Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are doing our official NFL predictions for the 2024 and 2025 season. This is going to be a really good season. I'm so excited to watch it. So let's just get started into it. So here we go. So now we start off with the AFC North. Now, I'm just going to do it like this. I'm not going to do it like how I did last year. So yeah, let's get doing. So let's do this. So, coming in at 4th place in the AFC North, I have the Cleveland Browns coming in at 10-7. I didn't have all this copied correct because I couldn't get it all copied good. So, the reason why I have Browns at 4, they're still above 500. Most of their players are getting older. Amari Cooper's getting older. I don't know how Deshaun Watson's going to be. I still think he can do good. It's just I don't know how good enough he's going to be to hold the AFC North, possibly. So, that could be a tough one for him if he... And, who knows when Nick Chubb is going to return. Might be a while and stuff. Who knows? It's going to be a tough one for them. Yeah. And stuff. So, alright, let's move on to the Baltimore Ravens now. So now we got the Ravens. The Ravens. Oof. So they lost some players, but they got a bunch of players in the offseason. They got some draft players. They drafted some players. They did pretty good. They got Henry. They got some new offense players. They got some new defensive players. That's why I had them at 10-7 right now. I think I did say 10-7 for the Browns too. Yeah. So Lamar, I think he's just gonna continue to do his thing and stuff. He's just gonna continue to run. Henry, I think he might do alright. I just don't think he's going to be in his prime that much anymore, but I still think he's going to be able to get some stats up pretty good and stuff. Yeah, so that's why I got this team going at 10-7. It's just I can't name a lot of good players. I can name a few good players. It's just I don't know. I still got them at 10-7, at 3rd place in the AFC North. Right there. Now it's time for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm having them at 2nd place in the AFC North. It's a little high, but who knows. Also on the Ravens. Yeah, the reason why I don't have them at 13-4 or 12-5 is just I just think they might have a downfall this year. Not a big downfall, just I don't think they're gonna go big, win, in first in the AFC. I just don't think that's gonna happen and stuff. I just can't really see that happening again. If they beat the Chiefs tonight, then it could happen, because if they can be a good team like that, yes, that could happen. So continue to the Steelers. So yeah, I had them at 11-6. It's a bit high. They got a really tough schedule, one of the hardest schedules here and stuff. It's just I still believe in this team can make some accomplishments, that they can do some stuff. You still got Watt. Yeah, I think he's going to do good. I can't wait to see Russ, maybe even Justin Fields play. Can't wait to see George Pickens get back on the field. What's his name? We'll probably have to work on receivers, but yeah. I want to see Roman Wilson play. I think he's going to do pretty good too and stuff. The defense, they're going to continue what they're going to do every year and stuff. Yeah, I think the Steelers could possibly go 11-6. It seems a little high for them because I know they usually go 9-8 every year, but there's certain games that some people think they'll lose that I think they can win, and that's what I think. So yeah, now we're moving on to the Cincinnati Bengals. I have them at the number 1 seed in the AFC North, coming in at 12-5. I think Joe Burrow coming back being healthy. We'll see how Jamar Chase is. He hasn't been to practice that much and stuff. They don't have a running back really, but their offense line and offense getting better. Defense trying to do better and stuff. Oops. Defense trying to get better and stuff. And so, yeah, and I think they'll come back. They'll do what they did in 2023. I think they can probably do. I think they can go back, make the playoffs, and have a good run, possibly. So yeah, that's what I got for my AFC North. Now let's move on to the AFC East. There we go. So coming in at 4th place, I got the New England Patriots at 1-16. Yeah, I mean, like, Patriots have no one. They drafted Drake Manning, got some players. It's just, they have, like, no one on that team. Like, they traded their best player. I forget his name, but, like, they traded their best player to the Falcons. Like, what are you doing? Or it was Falcons who made that trade. I guess Patriots were dumb enough to accept that. I don't know why. Like, they're ruining their future. Like, Drake Manning's, like, the best player on that team, pretty much. I mean, there's some other players. There's some players on the defense, but there's literally nothing on this Patriots roster. So, yeah, that's why I had them at 1-16 and stuff. I just can't really see much from the Patriots this year. It's just too hard to get them a good amount of wins. I mean, everyone knows that and stuff. So now we got, in 3rd place in the AFC East, we got the Buffalo Bills. And now, I know you guys probably think this is a bad idea, putting them at 6-11. It's just, I still think they have a hard schedule, kind of. It's just, most of these games that people think they can win, I believe in Josh Allen a little. It's just that team is not good enough anymore. They've lost all their safeties and corners. They've lost Stephon Diggs. Lost some other receivers, too. Like they've lost a lot of players, too. Like, they gotta fix something. They gotta trade for a receiver or something. It's just, I don't know. I just can't really see the Bills getting that much wins like how they've been doing since, like, 2019 or 2020, I think. Yeah, if they want to get back up there, they gotta get some players or something. They gotta do something. It's gonna take them some time to get that. Now moving on to the Miami Dolphins. Coming off a decent offseason. Still got Tua there. They still got Jalen Ramsey. Still got Tyreek Hill. Waddle looking to get better. This team still looks pretty good and stuff. It's just them winning the division, and I'll explain the other team in a second. It's just like Dolphins. I'm not saying they're gonna be bad, but I had them at 12-5 still. I still think they can have a good season, possibly a playoff spot, possibly, and stuff. I think they'll have a good year. I just don't think they'll win a division, possibly. That's yeah. Now moving on to the New York Jets. New York Jets, Aaron Rodgers coming back, getting some new players in the offseason. You got Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, some other dudes on the roster. Got some new defensive players, too. Sorry. And yeah, I think this Jets team is going to be really good this year. I'm not downing them at all this year. I really think they're going to go 1st place in the AFC East and have a great year. That's what I think. They're going to have a great year. That's what I think. I think they're going to have a really, really good year on this team. I think they're going to have a really good time on the Jets. So, yeah, that's my picks for the AFC East. That's what I got. So now, hold on 1 second. All right. Now let's move on to the AFC South. Alright, coming in at last place at 4th place in the AFC South. I got the Tennessee Titans. Just they've lost everybody. They've lost Derrick Henry. This team has lost hope for anything. Lost Will Levis and stuff. I think they're gonna go 3-14. I want to get them more wins. I just can't see them winning those games, though. It's just too hard to give them those wins. It's just too hard to give them those wins. It's just they don't have really much on this roster. Just don't think it's going to be good enough for them this year. Wait, hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had to fix something. Yes, you can probably see it was the Jaguars record. I meant to put 8-9, not 9-8. But let's go to Colts and then we'll go to the Jaguars real quick. So Colts. Now, I really hate. It's like I have them at third place in the AFC South. I really hate putting them at 6-11 though, because I feel like they can do more stuff. I just feel like because Anthony Richardson's coming back. I just feel like he's gonna do good. It's just most of their games, like the 11 games I had them losing, it's just I feel like they're not gonna be able to win those games. I feel like it's just gonna be too hard enough. I don't think they're gonna be able to win those games. It's just I hate that I had them at 6-11, but hey, it is what it is. So now, moving on. Second place in the AFC South, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I had them at 8-9. Trevor Lawrence looking to have another great year and stuff. They got some offense in the offseason. They got some defense in the offseason. Got a few new players. I think they did lose Christian Kirk too, but still, I think they still have some opportunities to put up some points or try. And I don't know about playoff chances for them, but who knows? I mean, it's gonna be close, but for now, I feel like I just had them at 8-9. It's just I don't know if just because of their schedule. I did look at their schedule. I mean, looking at their schedule, that's what I think at 8-9. I think that's a good enough record for them. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the Houston Texans, the first seed in the AFC South. Texans coming off a good year. C.J. Stroud's rookie year. I think he did win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Coming off a great year. Trading for Stephon Diggs or no? Yeah, they trade for Stephon Diggs in the offseason. Getting some more defense, getting some more offense. Got Joe Mixon too. Had a great offseason. Had a pretty good draft too. Actually, I don't know if they had a good draft or not. I don't know. And stuff. And that's why I feel like they can go 13-4. I think that will be a good enough record for them. I think they'll be able to win most of their games. Clinching a playoff spot, I think that's gonna be a pretty good chance for them. I think that's a good record for the Houston Texans too. I think the Texans are gonna have a really good year and stuff. I think they're gonna have a good year and stuff. Yeah. Well, that's my predictions for the AFC South. Moving on to the AFC West now. All right. Now we got the AFC West coming up, and at last place at fourth place. We have the Las Vegas Raiders coming in at 4-13. It's a tough position to put them at. It's just, I don't know. Most of their games, I just can't see them winning. It's just, they haven't really done much. They got Gardner Minshew, but I don't know. I just don't think this team is going to have much opportunities. Lost Josh Jacobs. They still have Devontae Adams, but I don't know how much longer he's going to be there. So, yeah, the Raiders are going to have to figure out something if they want a chance for anything. Just this team is just falling apart. 4-13. I feel like I could have gave them more wins. I feel like, but it's just I only had them winning 4 games this season. Yeah, the rest of their schedule is pretty tough. It's just gonna be pretty tough for them. Moving on to the Denver Broncos. I don't know how I forgot their name. Denver Broncos coming at third place in the AFC West at 5-12. I think drafting Bo Nix was a pretty good pick and stuff. They got some players in the offseason. But like their team's still not good enough to compete with those other top teams. It's just they're gonna have to wait another year or two possibly to get up there for a potential playoff spot. It's gonna take them some time and stuff. Yeah, so that's what I got for the Denver Broncos. Moving on to what I got in second place in the AFC West is the Los Angeles Chargers, coming in at 7-10. Now, the Chargers, they have lost every single thing. They've lost Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler. I don't know what Justin Herbert is still doing there. They've lost a bunch of defensive players, too, but they still got some, but they've lost a few. But, like, this Chargers team is, like, done. Like, I don't know what is left for them to survive anything. I mean, like, that's all I got, really, for LA Chargers. There's not really much to talk about for them. It's just 7-10 is all I got for them. I think it's a decent record for the Los Angeles Chargers. It's a good position. That's not what they're gonna want. It's just I think that's what I think. I think they'll go 7-10. Moving on to the reigning defending champs, Kansas City Chiefs, looking to try to three-peat. Had a good offseason, had a good draft, and Xavier Worthy, who I think is going to have a great year. Chiefs tonight taking on the Baltimore Ravens, which I think is going to be a pretty good game to watch. And stuff. And like the Chiefs, they got some players still. Mahomes looking to continue to do his thing. Kelsey and stuff. O-line looking better to protect Patrick Mahomes. The defense looking a lot better too, and stuff. Like this team, that's why I had them at 15-2. 15-2 is a big record to have. Like I know sometimes there's upsets. It's just I can't really find that much losses for the Chiefs. Really, it's just impossible. I don't know why. I think the Chiefs are gonna have a really good year. Yeah. Alright, well, that's my picks for the AFC West. Now we're moving down to the NFC. It's to the NFC North. Here we go. Minnesota Vikings coming in at 4th seed at 6-11. 6-11, I got the Minnesota Vikings. A couple weeks ago, J.J. McCarthy was announced that he was going to be out for the season from an injury. They still got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and Aaron Jones and some other guys. It's just I don't know how good this team's gonna be. They still have some defensive players. I don't know what happened with T.J. Hawkinson. I don't know if he's playing or not. Who knows? It's just I just think the Vikings are going 6-11 this year. Now moving on, the Chicago Bears at 3rd seed, coming in at 12-5, which y'all might. It is a little shocking. It's just here. Let me explain. So yeah, they got Caleb Williams, which is the best pick for the Bears they could ever ask for. They got Roman in that round too. They have the best wide receiver trio ever. It's a good wide receiver trio. They have a good team. They got some more offense. They got some more defense. And I think this team is going to have a really good year. It's just, I don't think the Bears' schedule is that hard. That's why I'm giving them 12 wins. I didn't know it's a big start for Caleb Williams because you don't really see rookies go off that quick and stuff. But, I mean, you never know. Yeah, that's why I have the Chicago Bears coming in at third place. And, well, third place is still kind of down in the division, but they're at 12-5, which is big. That's like the AFC North, you know? Now moving on to second place in the NFC North. I have them going at 12-5 also. After last year almost making it to the NFC title once again, but barely losing to the 49ers. They had a good offseason. Jordan Love looking to have another great year. Got some more dominating offense. Got some more defensive players. Just let's see if they can finally go back to the NFC title game possibly. I think they'll possibly clinch a playoff spot this year again. And we'll see how far they could possibly go in the playoffs and stuff. And yeah, that's what I got for the Green Bay Packers this year. I had them at 12-5. Moving on to the Detroit Lions, first place in the NFC North. I got them. Detroit Lions coming off a year barely missing their shot at the Super Bowl against the Chiefs almost, but they choked. 20-point lead. I think it was in the third quarter when it started to happen and stuff. I don't know what happened, but this team is still dominating. They had a good offseason getting some more players. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, defense, Aiden Hutchinson, all those guys are all going to have a great year on the Detroit Lions and stuff. Yeah, that's why I had them at 13-4. I think they're going to have a great year. All right, that's what I got for the NFC North. Now let's move on to the NFC East. All right, so now we got, coming in at fourth place, I got the New York Giants coming in at 2-15. The Giants literally have nothing. The only person I really know on that team anymore is Brian Burns, Daniel Jones, and I think one of their receivers, his last name is named Robinson. They're only good players. Brian Burns. It's just, this team is bad. It's going to take them 5 years to get them back into one of those top teams. Because, this team is broken right now. This team is broken. They're just, they don't have a chance. Yeah, that's why I had them at 2-15. Yeah, well, maybe draft a QB. Maybe draft that Sanders dude in the draft. Yeah, I think that's what they should do. I think that's what they have to do to maybe save their team. They gotta draft that Sanders dude from Colorado College. Yeah, so yeah, maybe just have a downfall this year and just try to get yourself Sanders, I forget his first name. Yeah. Following that, I got in third place in the NFC East, I got the Washington Commanders at 7-10. It is pretty low, but Jason Daniels is just, this team is still not ready yet. I still think they're gonna make some improvements this year. I still think they're gonna have a pretty good year this year and stuff. I think they're gonna have a good chance to get some wins. It's just, I don't think they're ready yet. Next season they could possibly make a playoff appearance, possibly, or maybe in the next 2 years. But the more Jason Daniels understands his team, the more they're gonna get wins and possible playoff spot and stuff. It's just, this team, they lost Chase Young, which sucks. Or no, I think he was already on the Niners. I think. I don't know. So, yeah, it's just, this team, they gotta get some more players. They did, it's just, I don't know if it's gonna be enough. They do got Terry McLaurin and stuff. It's just that they're gonna have to figure it out or something. Now you got, yeah, that's why I had them at third place in the AFC East, coming in at 7-10. Next, you got in second place in the AFC East, I got the Dallas Cowboys coming in at 10-7. Now the Cowboys, they had a decent offseason. They got some new players and stuff. I mean, who knows about CeeDee Lamb? I don't know what happened to him. I think he kind of got hurt a little bit and stuff. So, yeah, at the Cowboys, I think they can still have a pretty good year and stuff. It's just going to take some time and stuff. I just don't, I think it's going to, I think they could possibly make a playoff appearance and stuff. Like, they still got Dak Prescott. They got Zeke Elliott back. But they did lose Tony Pollard, though. He's on the Titans now. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, why didn't I mention that earlier when I was on the Titans? I could have done that. I don't know why I didn't. So, yeah, I think the Cowboys will have a decent year. It's just, I don't think they're going to win the division. It's going to be close, though. Yeah, but I think they could possibly make a playoff appearance, yeah. That's why I had them at second place in the NFC East, coming in at 10-7. Now, Philadelphia Eagles first place in the NFC East, coming in at 14-3. I know it sounds big, like they just came off a season where they were 11-6, and then they got first rounded by the Bucs. It's just they got Saquon Barkley, a bunch of new players. I still think Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, those three are going to have a dominating year. Dallas Goedert, I don't know where he is right now, but he's got to come back or something. I don't know what he's doing. He's still there, he's just getting older, and he's not getting much yardage anymore, really. Who knows? And stuff. Yeah, I think Eagles will have a pretty good year and stuff. I think they'll get a playoff appearance for sure. Maybe trying to come back for maybe a Super Bowl appearance, possibly, and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, that's why I had them at first place at 14-3 in the NFC East. So yeah, that's my picks for the NFC East. Now, let's move on to the NFC South. Hold on. Here we go. Now, hold on one second. I had something out my finger real quick. Alright, so coming in at fourth place at 2-15, I have the New Orleans Saints. It's just the reason why there's nobody on this team that I think can do anything really. I mean, they got Derek Carr, Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara, and stuff, but this team is just running out of hope. Like, ever since they've lost Drew Brees, everything has been bad for the Saints every year. It's just, well, I think the 2 years after that, the past 3 years, they've came up short either at 7-10 or 8-9 or 9-8 possibly. I think, and barely just missing the playoffs. I think it's gonna take some time to get this team back rolling and stuff. And it's just gonna be hard for them this year, I think. Moving on to third place in the NFC South, I had the Carolina Panthers coming in at 3-14. That's what I had them at. So now Panthers, they got a bunch of offensive guys. Bryce Young trying to make a better year. They got some defensive players. Got some more offensive players too. I just after what I saw last year, I still don't think the Panthers are gonna be good enough to have a great year. It's gonna take a few years to get back up there. I thought they were gonna do it last year whenever they got Bryce Young. I thought he was the one. And what did he do? He made this team go 2-15. A terrible record. One of the worst rookie QBs ever. Other QBs that got drafted. He was the first overall pick. How? That's sad, dude. But, if I would have known this now, and like we were in the 2023 draft, and I would have known like Bryce Young was gonna do this, I would 100% pick CJ Stroud. I would have definitely have done that. Yeah. Now Panthers learn from their mistake. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I have for the Carolina Panthers coming in at third place, and NFC South coming in at 3-14. That's what I got for them. Moving on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, second place in the NFC South, coming in at 10-7, and it's a little lower, or I think it kind of was the same record last year, but I don't know. Now the Bucs still got Baker Mayfield coming off a good year. They made it to the divisional round, but they lost by the Lions and stuff. It's gonna take them some time and stuff to get back rolling. They could maybe possibly make a playoff appearance. It's just the reason why I don't see them win the division again, because I'm gonna explain that with the Falcons in a second. It's just like the Bucs are still a pretty good team and stuff. It's just I don't know if they're gonna win the division on what I see by the Falcons right now. It's just I don't know. Now not the Falcons. Bucs. It's just they still got Mike Evans. Good offense, good defense. I like their defense a lot and stuff. So yeah, that's what I got. Second place in the NFC South, coming in at 10-7. That's what I got as their record. Moving on to first place in the NFC South, the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know if you can see it, but you might be able to kind of see it. But I have them at 11-6. I don't know. It doesn't show up that good for some reason. I don't know why. I guess because of the color. Yeah, the Falcons. What an offseason for them. Getting Kirk Cousins, a bunch of new receivers, bunch of new offense and stuff. Like this team, I think they're going to have a really good year and stuff. Like the defense so much better and stuff. Like this team looks dominating and stuff. Like I can't wait to see how they play this year. They're going to have a good year, I feel like. Yeah, I feel like the Falcons are going to have a great year. So yeah, that's what I got for the NFC South. That's my predictions. Now let's move on to the final prediction. Oops, hold on. Sorry, scratch my arm. Yeah, so that's what I got for the NFC South. Now it's time for the final division. We are going to predict, and that is the NFC West. So let's go over to the NFC West. So yeah, there you go. So coming in at fourth place, coming in at 4-13, I have the Arizona Cardinals. So now, there's still a lot to prove from this team. It's just, I just can't really see them. I just can't see them. Like they still like Kyler Murray. He's trying. It's just gonna take him a while. They got Marvin Harrison and stuff. Their offense kind of looking better. Defense still working on it and stuff. It's just I just don't think that they're ready to be a top team yet. It's just gonna take them a few years, possibly even next season, maybe even the year before, possibly. So yeah, like the Cardinals, like. I don't know. They're just a weird team sometimes. But, yeah, that's what I have as their record for this year. Coming in fourth place in the NFC West in 4-13. And so coming in the third place in the NFC West at 5-12, I have the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith, he's falling apart a little. Still got DK Metcalf. I don't know what him and Tyler Lockett are doing, but they're kind of falling apart too. DK's trying. But Tyler Lockett, they're just both getting older. DK's still kind of young, but Tyler Lockett, I don't know. He's getting older and stuff. Defense still looks pretty good and stuff. Offense, Kenneth Walker, he's pretty good too. I don't know. It's hard to give the Seahawks a good record. I just can't see the Seahawks having a good year and stuff. So yeah, That's why I had them at third place and NFC West at 5-12. I mean, like, well, we'll just have to see what the Seahawks can do this year and stuff. Who knows? And coming in at second place in the NFC West, I have the Los Angeles Rams coming in at 9-8. Now, the Rams coming off another great year. 9-8 is a little bit low, but it's just what I think, and like their schedule's pretty hard, kind of. It's just gonna take them some time and stuff. It's just like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Like they still got Matthew Stafford, who is still pretty good. Cooper Kupp, Kyren Williams, who became a stud this year, and Puka Nacua, whatever his last name is. And that defense still looks pretty good. Sadly, they lost Aaron Donald and stuff, but I still think this team can do pretty good. Maybe a possible playoff chance, I don't know. But I think the Rams are going to have a pretty good year. Yeah, so that's why I had them at second place in the NFC West, coming in at 9-8. Coming on to the final team, first place in the NFC West at 15-2, I had the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers coming off a tough end of the year, losing to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl on one final play, which was sad. But they had a good offseason and stuff, but they also had to worry about Brandon Ayuk possibly leaving this team, but then he resigned with them, which I do not like. I wish he would have came to the Steelers. He should have. Like the Niners, so yeah. Niners still have a pretty good team. Their receivers besides Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, kind of just their receiver depth charts like destroyed. Christian McCaffrey looking to have another good year. Great year, pretty much. Trying to get like offensive player of the year. I think he did, because Lamar got MVP. I don't know. Brock Purdy, I don't know why he looks underrated. I don't know why people are underrating him this year. Kind of, I don't know. Yeah, like Brock Purdy, it's just, I don't know. It's gonna take him some time and stuff. But I still think the 49ers are going to have a really good year. That defense is still going to dominate and stuff. This team is going to be really good. I feel like, so yeah. That's why I had them at first place, coming in at 15-2 in the NFC West. Alright, so that wraps up my division, all the teams. So yeah, we're going to move on to, you guys know the drill. We are going to do the playoff predictions, which is exciting. So yeah, everything's correct. As you can see, the Chiefs record and stuff, all the teams' record and stuff. You can see all that and stuff. And like you can see all that from the NFC side too. So yeah, I have the Chiefs at first place in the AFC. New York Jets at second place in the AFC. Houston Texans at third place in the AFC. Cincinnati Bengals at fourth place in the AFC. Miami Dolphins at fifth place in the AFC. Pittsburgh Steelers sixth place in the AFC. Baltimore Ravens seventh place in the AFC. And the AFC North Division standings, look at that. Browns barely missing the playoffs. It's really hard to predict all the teams making the playoffs and stuff. Yeah, NFC side too. Yeah, I got 49ers at first place in the NFC. Then I got Philadelphia Eagles at second. Detroit Lions at third. Atlanta Falcons fourth. Green Bay Packers fifth. Chicago Bears sixth. And Dallas Cowboys at seventh place. So yeah, let's get started with our playoff predictions. And then, that'll be it pretty much. So yeah, we'll start off with over here with the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, both teams, I think, are both going to have a really good year and stuff. It's really hard to doubt here and there. It's just Joe Burrow coming off a healthy year and stuff, and Dolphins still trying to do what they do best, what they're trying to do most of the time and stuff. This game, though, it's going to be really close, but for this one, I'm going to have with the Cincinnati Bengals winning that game, and I have them beating the Miami Dolphins in the first round of the playoffs. Now, moving on to the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Houston Texans at Houston, 3rd seed versus 6th seed. Now, I think both teams are going to have a pretty good year as long as Steelers can try to do their 9 at 9 or more wins every year. It's just, and the Texans team, they're a really good team and stuff, and Steelers are a pretty good team too. It's just, it's hard to it's hard to bet against your own team and stuff, but I gotta be realistic on this one. I'm not just gonna be Steelers are gonna win the Super Bowl. See it. I'm sorry, Steelers. I will always be a fan of you, but this one I gotta go Houston Texans. It's just right. I know, but it's right. It makes sense. All right, so yeah, moving on to the Baltimore Ravens versus the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers taking on Lamar Jackson. Both teams are really good. Lamar and the Ravens are a really good team. Aaron Rodgers with a really great team also. This team, I think both teams can have a really good season and stuff, but if it had to come down to these two in the game, it's just I think it'd have to come down to the better team and the better players. So yeah, this one, I'm gonna have to go with the Jets. The Ravens, it wouldn't even be a bad pick if I had the Ravens win, all because of the 7th seed. So yeah, that's my AFC wins. Bengals beating Dolphins, Texans beating Steelers, and New York Jets beating Ravens. Alright, so yeah, let's move on to the NFC now. We got the Green Bay Packers versus the Atlanta Falcons. Now, Green Bay Packers have a good roster and stuff. This team can do a bunch of things. This Green Bay team is really good. I feel like they're gonna. It's hard to pick. And Falcons, they have a great team too. Packers, they started off with a great year last year, and Falcons, I feel like they're going to have a good year this year too and stuff. It's just, for this game though, I got to go with the better pick though. Not that I won't disagree with it, because it could go either way in this game, but for this one, I got to go with the Green Bay Packers. I feel like it just makes sense. Not saying the Falcons are bad, just I feel like it makes sense. I feel like it's right. So yeah, moving on. Chicago Bears versus Detroit Lions in Illinois. At Detroit Lions. So yeah, Detroit Lions. Chicago Bears coming off a year with a new rookie QB and stuff. They still have a pretty young team, and the young team is pretty good and stuff. And Detroit Lions, they've been doing pretty good for the past 2 years, rebuilding their team. It looks like a really good team and stuff. This team can do a bunch of things. I think this team will have a really good year. But Caleb Williams is still a rookie. It's not like you're gonna go all the way as a rookie. That only happened with Kurt Warner. But anything can happen and stuff, but still, I think I gotta go with the better team. So yeah, this one I'm going with the Detroit Lions on this one. I feel like it just makes sense and stuff. I feel like it's only right to do it like that. So yeah, Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. So now, Cowboys and stuff, it's just Cowboys versus Eagles. Sometimes it's hard to, these two, they're always back and forth with each other. Last year, it was Cowboys who had it more. Eagles, Like, I feel like both teams could possibly have. I mean, like, it could go separate ways here and stuff, but, like, I feel like since the Eagles have a really stacked team now, I feel like they're going to win this game. And after that game, Cowboys are still trying to figure out how to win a playoff game. They still can't do it. So, yeah. My NFC wildcard games, I got the Green Bay Packers beating the Atlanta Falcons, Detroit Lions beating the Chicago Bears, and Philadelphia Eagles beating the Dallas Cowboys. So yeah, that's my wildcard prediction. So yeah, let's move it on. Let's move on to the divisional round. So yeah, ooh, I like these games. Ooh, woohoo! These games are pretty good. Alright, so let's start off with the AFC, though. So, yeah. Alright, we got Houston Texans versus the New York Jets. Wow. So, yeah, man, once it hits divisional round, it's just these matchups get hard to predict. It's like Texans and Jets are both really good teams with stacked rosters, too, and stuff. Like, most of the time, it's just... Man, it's just really hard to pick who I want to win this game sometimes, man. It's just, I don't know. Man, I mean, I think you gotta go with the better team with the better roster. So, I mean, they both have good rosters and stuff, but, like, so many players and stuff. But, like, I feel like it makes sense here. So, yeah, this one, I'm going with I gotta go with the New York Jets. I think it only makes sense. Like, if this game that's gonna be close, like I won't even be mad whichever way it happens. If it does happen. The Texans could obviously win that game. So. Now, moving on to this game now. Oh my god, another tough game to predict again, man. So now we got the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Rematch 2 years ago from the AFC title game. And now Joe Burrow coming back very healthy and stuff. Patrick Mahomes keep on trying to repeat a Super Bowl and trying to keep on getting more Super Bowl rings, trying to tie Tom Brady, trying to tie the New England Patriots and Steelers too and stuff. Trying to be one of those top teams with Super Bowl wins. And, like, this one, like, it could go either way and stuff. But, like, I don't know. It's just, I feel like I gotta do it. So, yeah, I feel like since the Bengals are more, like, they got better teams and stuff, Joe Burrow coming back healthy and stuff, but the Chiefs always dominate in the playoffs. But it's really hard to predict the winner in this one, but I think I gotta go with the big win here, and I'm going with Cincy. I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals beating the Kansas City Chiefs. The first time Chiefs have been stopped to win a Super Bowl in over 2 years. Which I think that's going to be a big win for the Cincinnati Bengals. That's going to be a good game for them. So, yeah. Now, moving on to NFC side. We got Detroit Lions versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Another great game, too. So, yeah. Detroit Lions, Philadelphia. It's a pretty tough game to predict, also. But, like, I don't know and stuff. Just, like, both teams are, like, the same right now. Eagles do have a stacked roster, so does the Detroit Lions and stuff. It's going to be hard to predict in this one. Like, I don't know. And I think this one, I think they're just a better team to win this one and this one. I think this one, I think I gotta go with the Eagles on this one. I think I'm going Eagles. Yeah, I'm going Eagles. Yeah, I got Eagles beating the Detroit Lions on this one. Hold on one second. Alright, here we go. Now it's the Green Bay Packers versus the San Francisco 49ers in a rematch for the NFC title, NFC divisional round playoff game. It's a rematch again from the playoffs last year too. And like both teams just I get the 49ers have like such a better roster, and the Packers have like a young team now kind of. And like the 49ers, like they do have a stats roster and stuff, like, but the Packers can always keep up with them and stuff. Like Jordan Love, he's insane, but like he can do some stuff sometimes. Like I feel like this Packers team can do a lot. Like, like they can go off and stuff, but like I feel like it's only right to pick the 49ers here. I think I gotta go 49ers. I don't know. I want to say Packers, man. But I think it's 49ers just have a better roster and stuff. I think I gotta go 49ers. That's a tough pick to do and stuff. I feel like that's a pretty tough pick to do. Man, that was a tough call. Actually, hold on. Let me look at this. Hold on. I don't know. It's just really, really tough. You know what? Screw it. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm going Green Bay. I got Green Bay beating the San Francisco 49ers. They're heading back to the NFC title game. I got the Packers beating the 49ers. So here we go. Now we're moving on to the championship conference games. So here we go. So yeah. Here we go. Now we're on the AFC side. We got Cincinnati Bengals versus the New York Jets for the AFC title. Who is going to win this one? This one is a really intense game. Packers got Aaron Rodgers. His team is stacked. Joe Burrow back at health. He's healthy now and stuff. His team is really good and stuff. Like, man, it's just hard to predict like who like is gonna go out on these games and stuff. Like it's like tough to predict like who you want to win in these games most of the time. It's tough to do that. Yeah. So yeah. But this one, if you want to come down to the wire, I think you want to make it more realistic though and stuff. I don't want to screw this up, and I don't want to be hated for this, but I don't think I'll be hated for this. But I mean, like, whoever wins, like, it's gonna be a great game and stuff. So I feel like for this one, I feel like I'm gonna have Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals heading back to the Super Bowl, and they're going back to the Super Bowl and winning the AFC title game once again. I have them beating the New York Jets in that one. I think that's going to be a really good game. I think that's what I have for the AFC Championship game. That's what I have happening. So yeah, that's going to be a really good game and stuff, but yeah, only one can win it. So yeah. Alright, now we're in the NFC Conference Championship game. The Green Bay Packers versus the Eagles, which the game will be happening tomorrow in real life, which I think is going to be a good game tomorrow too in Brazil. It's going to be good stuff. Yeah. So Packers and Eagles, man, just these two teams, I mean, like, if this was real life, the Packers just came off beating one of the best defenses ever. One of the best defense ever. Like, it's so hard to predict, like, who you want to win and stuff. It's just, I don't know. Like, this game, Jordan Love, the Packers are a young team in this one. It's just, Packers and stuff. It's just like, I don't know. I think this one, though, I think you still gotta go. I think you still gotta go with the better team, though. I'm really sorry, though. But, like, Packers, they just came off beating one of, like, the best team in the NFC. And, like, it's really hard to bet against them, but I'm really sorry. This Eagles team is looking like they're going to have a good season this year. So that's why I am going to have the Eagles be the NFC champions, and they're heading to the Super Bowl to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That's what I have. I think it's going to be a really good game, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. It's going to be a good game. Now, we're heading on to the final game. For all the marbles here, it comes down to this. It comes down to Joe Burrow versus Jalen Hurts. And now this is a Super Bowl I've been wanting to see since 2022. This is actually what I wanted to happen. I thought the Bengals were going to beat the Chiefs in the AFC title game. This is what I thought was going to happen that year, after that year. And I thought, like, hold on one second. And stuff, yeah. So for this one, it's gonna come down to the wires and stuff, but I think I gotta go with on this one. It's really close and stuff. It's really close and stuff. I don't know who to predict on this one, but I think I gotta go with, I'm going with Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals on this one. I'm going with the Bengals to be the Super Bowl, with the Super Bowl 59 champs, to win it all in this one. I have Joe Burrow winning it all this year. That's what I have this year. I think Joe Burrow is going to win it this year. I think he's going to do it. Alright, guys, that is the end of the video. I will see you all in the next one. That is my predictions for this year. See y'all later. Peace.